Hey everyone, we're gonna be going 5 ER today and see if it's really worth those 90 keys. Also got that Doom Cannon, and as far as upgrades go, got Sparky to level 4. So if you use her bomb stuff, it does a lot more damage, or even her Critter Swarm, got a few more out there. And we'll try it a few hits. And the main difference, now that we went 5 ER, is at 4 ER you had 2 ramps, so you had a lot more room for where you drop troops. And now it's just down to 1 ramp. So it's really either you want to do a flare early to get a good split, or just do a delay drop. And with that, it really depends on the base. Like on this one here, you have this ER on this side, and even if you drop already from the right, you can get a pretty good split. He's trying to hide his Doom Cannon, but even delaying some more troops, then they can go for the other engines. So it's really seeing how easy it is to delay drop, and if you have to wait too long to get Zooks where you want. So here we can maybe do like even 1 rifle, because the splash is really spread out. So maybe 1 rifle, 2 Zooks, and some heavy Zooks on the right side, and then delay a few more boats. Can Sparky going right here, 1 heavy and then 2 Zooks. And we're not going to delay the left side until maybe a bunch of this stuff goes down. So letting these guys go, maybe a shield on the right for those mines. And then Sparky's critters can help out. We'll remember to shock that Doom Cannon. His boom cannons are pretty low level, so don't really gotta worry about. And on the right here, maybe a shield for that Zix again. But keep on shocking that Doom Cannon, that mortar too. And now would be a good time to drop the other boats, because you have all these other troops going on the right side. Those Zooks looking okay. And because we delayed boats, we don't have to worry about doing anything on the left. Already have a heavy Zook going there. Can do a bunch more critters. And maybe just 1 more shock in the splash. We still want to speed up the left side, so as soon as we have enough critters on the right, maybe just 1 more flare. So waiting just a few more seconds. Can get that flare going now. Even though the right ER isn't dead, got plenty of critters to get it down. And on this 5 ER right here, looks like around a 240 time. So it's still a lot better than the 4 ERs, and see if it's okay. So what's this guy gonna get? But not fast enough. And Sparky is still working pretty good on these 5 ERs. I know we have Kavan also at 5 ER, but not really sure if he's gonna be worth it. Because we don't have too much GBE on these hits, and with Kavan, you really need value from doing all those second wins, whereas Sparky just has his critters coming out every few seconds. But either way, we have Sparky, so keep on using her. On this base, it's a pretty common style. We like doing a bit different hit. Going 2 heavies, 2 Zooks on the left side with Sparky, and then just delaying 1 heavy Zook over here. And on the right, we can do a heavy Zook, but rifle Zook works too. Sort of using it interchangeably, rifles or heavies. And on this one, maybe taking the critter ability. Just in case we get a bad split, you can do a bunch of critters to get them on the left side. So you get Zooks first because they're slower, waiting a few seconds, then the 2 heavies and Sparky. Happened before where we dropped Sparky too early, she gets up there, shot by a boom cannon. So just make sure we have Zooks in front. And then maybe just 1 more flare on this side. Otherwise, as the flare is almost done, do 1 heavy Zook on the right. So get that going right now. Already we can see that not too many Zooks on the left side. So we're gonna do a few critter swarms and shock that stuff. Also shocking that Doom Cannon. And I think now is a good time for that rifle Zook. So left side, even though there's only a few Zooks, still should get the job done. Not too many heavies on this side, so just watching that. Maybe 1 shield for the Zooks. And now shocking that Doom Cannon and Microwave. You can kind of let them go 1 more critter stuff. Because you don't want to do flare since you already have a Zook on the right side, and just a few on the left. Some more critters to help out, and these two engines dying around the same time. Still around a 240 time, but should take a bit longer since he has boom cannons. With this guy, maybe not too much offense, so gonna be another win. Feels bad, but also kinda good seeing rocket choppers fizzle. Cause even though it's fun rushing to them early, taking Zooks is just a little bit better long term. Got a diamond player right here, but pretty similar base. Have a boom cannons. A lot of people are switching to that laser beam, which is better than a microwave. But either way, I think super long term, a micro is needed for seekers. So if you have the diamonds to switch to a laser, and then eventually back to a micro, you can do it. But we want to do fewer swaps in this account, so just sticking with a micro. Otherwise, doing the same kind of hit. So going with 2 Zooks, get the heavies out, and then Sparky. And then just a few flares on the left side. Get one going right now. Just waiting a few seconds for them to catch up. And then one more flare, this time maybe a bit further to the left. Maybe no shield, but on second thought, we can do one for that heavies. We can do a heavy Zook on the right side. That shield also help with that laser. And now start shocking this stuff. There's like no one going left, so do one critter swarm. And because there's only a boom cannon, well, it should go down. Get one more shock for that laser. Was a little bit too late, but maybe it's okay. And then drop these other guys. Let's do a shock on the doom cannon, get the mortar down. Really want Sparky to catch up. But maybe do a shield in just a bit. Get one going right now. And a Sparky's moving along. Still want to shock that doom cannon, mortar. And then maybe in just a bit those machine guns. So it looks like we got enough Zooks on this side. Same on the right. It's just a matter of time on clearing enough buildings, getting to the engines. Got one more critter stuff. It's gonna be a bit slower because, I don't know, maybe he had building damage. But a few on the right side, one more critter swarm. And maybe on these super dirty 5ERs, we'll get to like between 220s, 230s. Let's see if it's okay. This one, of course, just 1 second. But at least practicing those kind of hits. And here we got another base. This one's a bit different. Got a laser on this side, doom cannon. And maybe on the right we can delay, let's say, even 1 Zook. Yeah, I think 1 Zook should work out. Otherwise on the left do maybe 3 heavies, 4 Zooks. And between using her bomb stuff and critter swarm, I think using critters is a bit better. Because she spawns them kind of around her, so maybe clip a few mines. Or even on the back end, if her meat shield dies, then critters can maybe distract a few buildings. So make sure we got that. And really just spread out those heavies and Zooks. Though looking one more time, maybe 1 rifle since it has some separation from heavies. As long as you have some meat shield. Going with 2 Zooks, 1 rifle. So getting everyone except that 1 Zook. And then no shocks just yet, kind of saving our GBE. But maybe on the right using a shield for those 2 mines. Because you know the heavies are going to wrap around, but the Zooks are going to hit across the gap. So just letting those guys go. What we can do is shock that splash, do 1 critter swarm. Because that's the alternative to just shocking that doom cannon. Because if doom cannons look at critters, then it doesn't really matter. But now after enough buildings are cleared, can drop that Zook on the right side. And do want to do some shields for their mines. We'll do 1 shock on the doom cannon and the laser. But just letting these guys go. Maybe 1 more critter, but looks like it's okay. Get a shot going on that laser. And then now it's just a matter of time again. Watching these Zooks go, some on the right side. There might have been a few mines, so saving for 1 shield and a shock. In fact, we can get the shot going right now. even though it's just a cannon, can still do a good amount. Hope it's enough time for those Zooks. But one more shock for that machine gun and a flare. This one is a bit slower, around a 230 time, but still see if it's enough. And this one, looks like it is. And even though we kinda just went 5 ER today, and almost get max 5 ER tomorrow. It's just, we already got the Doom Cannon, so once we get the Boom Cannons, maybe the biggest defense, then we can make a dirty base and also opens a door for doing easier hits. So if these ones are a bit too complicated, then once we get Boom Cannons, if we can afford to be slower, we can do like everyone from one side and just a bit more simple type of hit. But it's at one base again, so we'll do the 2 heavies, 2 Zooks and Sparky. There's some more left, so maybe they kind of split. And then 1 heavy Zook on this side. And lately on the right, I like doing 1 rifle Zook, but I think either still works. Because the rifles maybe clear more mines, so we'll try it out. Get the 2 Zooks out first, waiting a few seconds. Then the heavies and Sparky. And even doing a simpler kind of hit, maybe just is a few seconds slower, so you don't gotta be too fancy like this. And then 1 more flare. Guess we'll do 1 shield for those mines. And after a bit more, do 1 heavy Zook on the right side. So even though most of the Zooks went on the right, Sparky should lag behind, and then we can use her critters to deal with the left side. Even just 1 ability helps take the left ER down. And otherwise let these guys go. Because there's no laser to shock, can just shock that Doom Cannon. And drop the boats on the right side. You're just watching these guys. Be 1 shield for those heavies and Zooks. And now we got a bunch of critters and more heavies coming along. So keep on shocking that Doom Cannon. And even another shield. Got a bunch of mines which can be annoying, especially if Sparky is not in the right spot. But the good news is pretty soon we can get Barrage and help with more mines. As our right engine goes down, just flare the last one. All with just 1 more shock. So it's still kind of a slow time, especially when he didn't have Boom Cannons. But maybe that 230-ish is still okay. Seeing if it's enough right here. Gonna get that win. And that's also just enough for 19, getting that chest, which does give us GBE. Now we don't want to upgrade it just yet, because what's more important is the defense. Want to be maxing out Boom Cannons, that's around 750,000. And the next 2 steps is between Barrage and Building Damage. You can argue for skipping Building Damage, but we want to make a decent push at 5 ER, so I think we'll just get both. Because we're no instant training, we'll do Barrage first, just level 1 to clear mines. Even 1 Barrage in any hit can still add a lot of value. And then Building Damage to make our base even nastier. So upgrade wise, want to max Boom Cannons, upgrade Building Damage, and hold off on GBE for just a bit. But then that's basically max 5 ER, get 10% more building health, and then start saving for 6. But let me know how 5 ER goes for you. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.